On the crucifixion, Jesus bent his head and gave up his spirit after declaring, "It is finished." His corpse remained nailed to the cross until it was removed and interred. But his spirit left to go somewhere else. Jesus resurrected from the grave 3 days later, at which point his body and spirit were rejoined. John 20. Regarding where Jesus' spirit was throughout those 3 days, conjecture abounds. The dialogue between Jesus and the believing thief who was crucified beside him provides the clearest clue from the Bible on Jesus' location between his death and resurrection. When Jesus entered his kingdom, the robber begged that he remember him. "Truly, I tell you, you will be with me in paradise today," was Jesus' response. This implies that Jesus entered paradise, basically heaven, after his death, where he is welcomed. There went the robber as well. One further verse that is frequently cited in this context is 1 Peter 3:18-20, which describes how Jesus went and declared to the spirits in prison, who had disobeyed during Noah's time after being raised from the dead. Some understand this to suggest that Jesus visited Hades or hell between his death and resurrection in order to deliver a message to ensnared spirits. These spirits could be human or evil. Had they been fallen angels, their imprisonment may have resulted from a serious transgression committed before to Noah's deluge. Since angels cannot be rescued, Jesus' declaration to them would not be about redemption. Alternatively, it might have been an announcement of his triumph over Satan and his entourage. Paul refers to Psalm 68:18, which states of Christ, "He took many captives when he ascended on high." Some interpret this to suggest that Jesus collected all of the saved souls in paradise and carried them to heaven following his death and resurrection. This would include people who were justified by faith, such as David and Abraham. It's possible that Jesus guided them to their eternal home in heaven from Hades, the place where the dead reside. All things considered, the Bible tells us very little about what Jesus did during the 3 days that separated his death and resurrection. Jesus' statements on the cross tell us that he entered heaven. We may also be sure that Jesus did not endure agony and torment after completing his redemptive work.